Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, episode 11, Cabin Fever. The ladies, we're picking up where we left off and they're headed back to the house. Kenya is not with them. She, of course, went back to her own house that she rented for the weekend or however long they was going to be there. But anyway, when they get back to the house, it's close to midnight and Marlo's in the kitchen telling everybody if Kenya don't show up by the night, or if she don't show up by, I guess, 9 o'clock the next morning, then she can just forget it. She's out of it. Whatever, lady. I don't think anybody is moved by any of this, especially Kenya. Kenya just don't care. And I don't know why Marlo thinks that she can give people ultimatums. Like, girl, you're not running the show. I understand they have chosen you for this trip, but that doesn't mean that what you say goes and everybody has to just do exactly what you say. And if they're not doing that, then it's the highway. They can just go. Like, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. Like, you are cutting checks and you're not. So I don't understand. I don't even understand why it's like the audacity. Anyway, it's day 2. The ladies are waking up. Everybody's calling their spouses. Well, Drew and Sonia called their husbands. Drew's on the line whining about Fatum possibly being there. She don't want to see the girls. She don't want to have to interact with the lady, but it's up in the air. She may or may not be coming. She's on I guess she's, on pins and needles, just anticipating whether or not she's going to come or not. Sonia is talking to Ross about the ultimatum that Marlo gave Kenya. So she's filling him in on what transpired the night before. As she's talking to him, Kenya is showing up and we see her trotting on down the driveway into the house. It's 9:04 a.m. So she got there right on time. She drops in on Drew. Drew is on the phone, so she quickly gets off the phone and Kenya, let me see them titties. Let me see them, because she got a robe on. Let me see them, girl. From what we can see, they looks like the doctor, did her well. Gave her some nice new breasts. So that was just, a little bit of that. Sonia also hears the commotion and then comes on into the room. And so that now they're out kikiing in the hallway. Marlo comes out and Kenya just gives her one of those, hi. And Marlo's like, hey, I don't know. Girl, come on. Kenya's like, I'm not. She just looked at her like, girl, I don't know what you got your arms out for. We are not hugging. I gave you one of these. Take that and go on about your day. Got your arms out, reaching out for a hug. It's very fake. And I understand why Kenya doesn't want to play that game. And Marlo, the both of them, I don't know when their birthdays are. I know they're both Aquariuses, but I don't know if somebody's a January Aquarius and somebody's a February Aquarius. But they are so different. And they're so different and similar in a lot of ways. But when it comes to faking the funk, that's just not in the makeup. It's just not in the makeup to pretend like I like you. And so I don't get why Marlo is that way. I don't see how it's easy for her to just turn it on and off. Something is afoot. Because ain't no way we could have went through what we went through and then the next morning I'm reaching out for a hug from you. No. And she should know that. I think Marlo just be playing. But from jump, it's almost like Kim was like, I'm going to go over there. I'm paying that girl dust. I'm not speaking to her. I'm not giving her a moment. I'm not giving her anything. It's as if she does not exist. Everybody else, she's going to enjoy the rest of the ladies. Just like she said, I'll be there to experience the rest of the ladies. Now, you, on the other hand, I ain't got to deal with you at all. Marlo, if you let her tell it, if you ain't gonna deal with me, then you're not dealing with nobody. You're not coming on the trip. It's just like, girl, once again, why do you feel like this is like something that you can do? This has never been done before. I will say that nobody has ever had a trip or hosted a cash trip and decided that, okay, well, I don't like one of y'all, so you can't come on the trip. You can't come to none of the stuff we're doing if you're not going to stay in the house. Like, that's never happened. Granted, events, they'll kick you out their event anytime. But these cash trips, it's kind of, it's weird. But that's Marlo. Marlo's a little strange sometimes. Kenya wants to look at the rest of the house, you know, and get her a little tour in. Let me look at the view, all of that. Whole time Marlo's like, so Kenya, when you get a chance, I want you to come back here and talk to me, will ya? Kenya still, oh, this is nice. This is so nice. Let me look out the window. Kenya, did you hear me? Yeah, I heard you, girl. This is such a nice view. And Sonya's like, go talk to her. Sonya, shut up. Because, girl, please. You don't know she has something nice for you. Go talk to her. No, she wants a moment. She wants to be able to basically chump her off. Like she want to be able to sun her in a way like, you're here, but okay, so are you staying? Because that's the first thing she said when she saw her. So are you staying? Girl, just take what you're getting right now. Marlo turned this whole thing upside down with the fact that she can't take Kenya not engaging with her in that way. Kenya don't have no intention on going to your room to talk about nothing. But Marlo in there in the room, and she's supposed to come in. She ain't came in here yet, but she's supposed to come in here. Girl, she not coming. She is not coming. You done said you wanted her to come around there, but she don't have to, and she's not gonna. She's not gonna. Sonya feels like, well, if Marlo feels this way about, not Marlo, if Kenya feels this way about Marlo, you know, these ill feelings that she has, if she's feeling this way, then why did she even come on the trip and all that? Girl, cause she got to, or she ain't gonna get a check. You already know that. That's why she there. All of this, that we're here for Marlo. And I'm like, we are? I thought that this was just, I had completely forgot that we are here to woosah for Marlo because she done kicked the boys out. And she need a break. Like, I didn't know that we were all here supporting Marlo's mental health. Like, it's just at stake. Let me not say that. Let me not say that, because her feelings, emotions, all of that are valid if that's how she feels. If she feels like she's been overwhelmed and needed her girls around her to, you know, rally around her, then cool. Okay. But I had forgot that's why we were here. I thought we was just going on a cabin trip. To the Blue Ridge. I thought we was just going to go, but now it's a Marlo thing, and we're here for Marlo, and Marlo needs our support. Support for what? Anyway, Sonya say we there to support Marlo, so Kenya should be supporting Marlo, and if not, then she should probably just leave. Sonya is talking to Kenya, and she's advocating for Marlo basically. But Kenya not buying. She's like, man, she threw them boys out. She don't care nothing about me. She don't care about them. She don't care about me at all whatsoever. Kenya has empathy for the boys because she herself has been displaced in that way, abandoned in that way. She feels she's triggered by that. She's triggered, you know, by hearing that Marlo did that to them because it's happened to her. She said she was staying with her mama side of the family, and they had just got tired of her and basically was like, all right, pack up. We taking you back. And halfway there, she said she just jumped out the car like Tuck and Roll jumped out the van and ran away. And they couldn't find her for weeks. And she was over around to a boyfriend's house. I said, Kenya, girl, we need a book. We need a story. We need a Lifetime movie. We need a Lifetime movie. The more and more we start to get to know Kenya a little bit, I'm going to need for it to be on film. I'm going to need for Lifetime to pick it up. I'm going to need for somebody. Where can we go? Can we go to Freeform? Can we get somebody's network to pick up Kenya's story? Because I want to get into her tea. I know Kenya has a great story, a great testimony coming from the background that she has with that, you know, tumultuous upbringing. I need the story on film, Kenya Moore. Thank you very much. And listen, I know that I'm not the only one that has just taken a complete liking to this lady, when I have not liked her for seasons and seasons and seasons. But this season right here, I like her. I like Kenya Moore. I can go on and just say it. I like her. She's okay with me. She's all right with me. But anyway, she don't want it. She She don't care about what Sonya talking about. No, I don't. she don't appreciate Marlo putting out them boys and all of that. It's definitely adding to their trauma that they already have. Like, their mother already is just not fit. She ain't trying to be fit or none of that. And so that alone is something that they're dealing with, a trauma that they're dealing with. And then you gonna go and re-traumatize them by snatching them out of their, you know, comfort zone once again. It's all bad. Sonya, being the bone collector in training that she is, goes right to Sheree. Sheree, I just was talking to Kenya and she said blah, 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 blah. We need to go tell Marlo. So Sheree can't even eat her breakfast. And of course, they go right down there to go talk to Marlo about what was said. They go talk to Marlo. She tells her what Kenya was saying. Of course, Marlo is immediately upset because don't be putting my boys' names in your mouth. Don't be speaking on the boys. Don't have their names in your mouth. All of that. Well, ain't no allegedly. Ain't no allegedly because the lady said what she said. Candy said don't speak on it. That some very disparaging things were said about Brooklyn that was edited out. I don't know why we doing that. What we protecting Marlo for, and she out here talking. We protecting the baby. Let me just say that. I already answered my own question. We protecting the baby because we don't really need to see what was said or hear what was said, especially if it is pertaining to a child. No, we didn't need to see it. So I'm glad that they didn't show it. Although I wish that they did so people could see Marlo is really showing her ass this go round. Like she's shown her ass in the past. And in the past, it's been quite comical. As, you know, her being a friend of the show. Because we didn't have to get so much. But now that we're getting into her life and starting to, like, see who she is. And, you know, within her makeup and her personality and all of that. I don't know, girl. I don't know. It's not looking good. It's looking like you a little off a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, she says she ain't getting on the bus, though. I mean, getting on the Sprinter without having a conversation with Kenya. Girl, just wait on it. Because that lady says she don't want to talk. They head down to the kitchen. And Kenya starts talking business with Sheree. You know, she and Sheree have been working together. With, you know, she by Sheree. She has a guy that's going to help her out. And she's like, you got your notes, you got your call at 3 o'clock. You gonna be ready for your call? Are you gonna take the call? And Sheree is just, yeah, I'm still waiting on the, I'm still waiting. Girl, the time is now. You gonna set up calls, meetings, Zoom calls, all that kind of stuff. You need to be ready, equipped. We don't want to hear this. Oh, I'm just waiting on the. Oh, no, they hemming and hawing. Girl, get on the call at 3 p.m. Have your notes, your questions, your concerns, what your to-do list. Have it ready. Have it ready. Please don't waste them people time. And you're making me look bad because I'm the one that's referred you to the man. And you out here talking about girl. Kenya wasn't trying to hear that. Kenya being hard on her. Like, girl, all I hear is excuses. That's all I hear is excuses. Candy gives her a bit of advice. So Candy tells her, you have a brand with, like, you have the biggest brand here. We have been talking about She by Sheree for years. It's the biggest brand without some products. We want some products. So Candy, you know, gave her a bit of advice. And, you know, Sheree's still standing there looking like, is somebody going to do it all for me? Girl, if you don't get your ass up and get to work. I know people like Sheree. I really do, who wait for perfection, for things to be completely in a row before you make any type of move on the goal, on the dream, on what you're trying to do. You say you got a goal, a dream, all of this. What are you doing to work towards it? You have to start somewhere, even with this, with YouTube and all of that. I could have been saying, I need the perfect camera. I need to have my ring light. I need to have all of this equipment. I need to have all of that before I start. No, I started with the phone and we're still using the phone. Still using the phone. My tripod was just down there broken. But it was that was the first one, and I was using that one for at least 2 or 3 years before it broke. And then here we are with this, I had another bigger ring light, which had a tripod attached. That one broke. But you do what you got to do to get started. Sheree. All that, I'm just waiting on it, and I'm waiting on perfection. I'm waiting on somebody to do it for me. Basically, I want somebody to do the legwork. No, create this team for the legwork, and let's get to work. Let's get to work and stop making excuses and having all your excuses. So Marlo comes down. Fatum shows up. Excuse me, and of course, Drew is not enthused about that, but girl, what can you do? They're about to all load in the Sprinter. Kenya, I want to talk to you before we go. Kenya just scurrying on. Did you hear me, Kenya? I want to talk to you before we go, before we get on the Sprinter. Like you the principal or something. Leave her alone. You cannot make somebody talk to you. She was determined to make it happen. She was determined, and King was just like, girl, I said I'm not talking. When I'm ready, I'll let you know. Okay, girl, call me on the line. I'm not talking. I'm not talking. And maybe Kenya should have just flat out said that, girl, I don't want to talk. Honestly, I just don't want to talk. Like, can we just enjoy this trip? I can enjoy everybody. You can enjoy everybody. I don't have to enjoy you. Please, let me alone. But Kenya she chose to play a game instead. And it was really driving Marlo up the wall. Kenya said she was going to think about, let me think about it. Then Marlo gets loud. Now we going back and forth and all of that. Kenya runs around the house, and she's actually following her. And I mean, the cameraman can't even keep up. I'm like, all we hear is Kenya giggling and laughing. Because it's a game. It's a game for her. It's a game. Anyway, they get outside, and Marlo, she brings up what Kenya was saying about her talking about the boys and all of that. Once again, girl, you're not gonna get this moment with Kenya that you are after. It's not happening. And let me tell y'all guys, we sat in this driveway for almost 2 hours. We kept getting 30 minutes later in the driveway. 30 more minutes later in the driveway. 1 hour and 30 minutes later. They just still sitting in the driveway because Kenya's like, okay, I'll ride in this car. Marlo's whole thing is she don't need to go at all. And we're not going to gem mining if she gets in the car to go anywhere. It's so stupid. It is so stupid that they both sat in that car, mainly on Marlo's part, because Marlo was she was so hell-bent on making Kenya leave because Kenya didn't want to have a talk with her. So now she really should just go. Kenya's like, girl, whatever. I'm not going nowhere. Can we go do what we doing? Then other people are like, Drew's like, well, I want to go gem mining. What's Kenya about to do? Marlo's like, I don't know what she about to do, but she ain't doing what we doing. You gonna stop her from coming in the establishment? Like, how are you gonna stop her from going anywhere? She go and talk to the drivers. Don't let that demon, don't let that devil inside this car. I was so drained. I was so drained because are we 15? Are we 15 going to summer camp? Am I dealing with the mean girls right now? Like, it was so high school. It was so high school. I'm mad at her, so she's not coming to the mall with us. She's not riding with me to the mall. Girl, fuck you and this trip. Honestly, I didn't want to be here. I'm only here because I want my check. But trust and believe, if it was up to me, that's what I'd be giving your ass, Marlo. Why did they make us go through this? Why did they make this an episode? It was the worst. It was the worst. The worst episode ever. They standing out there so long. The only people not involved are Mayetta and Candy. They sitting out to the side like, can we go? Drew and Fatum start getting into it. Drew start barking at her, telling Sheree, come get your lap dog, Sheree. Go get your dog, Sheree. Arf, arf, arf. Everybody looking like, is she barking? Drew, we all know Drew is corny. The reads never land. Anything, it just never lands the way she wants it to. And here we were once again. And she's always setting herself up for a moment where we're gonna laugh at her. Anyway, Mayetta and Candy decide, okay, we just gonna go around back. You want to take some pictures by the water back in the back? Okay, girl, let's go. Kenya, we finna go back there and take some pictures. You want to go take some pictures? Can you say okay? The three of them go back in the back. They get on the trampoline and do some boomerangs and jump around and all of that, while Marlo in the house crying. And Sheree and Sonya trying to figure it out, trying to still go gym mining, trying to get everybody on one accord. And what's the tears about, Marlo? My trip is just ruined. Yeah, because you ruined it. You are just becoming unhinged because this woman won't talk to you. Because she's not giving you a rise. You're not getting the rise that you thought she was going to get out of her. So, and that is driving you crazy. It just really is. Finally, when everybody come back outside, Marlo included, all of them, they also go back to the back to jump on the trampoline. And afterwards, now Marlo has had a change of heart. You know what? After all, you can come with us. As if she wasn't going in the first place. Girl, if you don't get out of here with that, like you was really calling the shots. Like you was going to really stop her from going with y'all. If anybody wasn't going to go, it was going to be you. And everybody else was going to keep on going to the gym. Anyway, they take their separate cars and go to the gym mining. And when they get there, y'all, I've been to the Blue Ridge Mountains. I'm trying to remember what the locals were like. It's not memorable to me, but I've been in situations like this. I was just in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, feeling like this at a restaurant we went to. But you know, where you go into an establishment and you can just feel like they are barely tolerating you. Like, it's just, they're not friendly at all. Not gonna crack a smile at you. Not gonna engage in conversation with you. Very short with you. It's just spend your money and go. You know? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the way that man made me feel. Because most times when the housewives, you know, drop in somewhere, they get good and, you know, great engagement by the owners, the people that work there, all that. And then you go to the Blue Ridge Mountains and them people looking at you like, yeah. Wish y'all black bitches would get the fuck up out of here. That's the face he had. I don't like y'all black bitches, and I want y'all out of here. I want y'all to hurry up and wrap this up. You know, he let them in because the cameras, you know. Oh, TV, okay, we can bring attention and to my business. Cool, I'll let y'all do that. But I don't like it. Kenya pulled a move like me. When I tell you, when we was driving around Fayetteville out here, and the people be having the Trump flags high as fuck out here. And I mean flying high, and big ass Trump signs. Big ones across their house. You know, the flagpole at the schoolhouse? People be having that in their front yard with a Trump flag. Or the flag, the American flag that's black, you know, and then it has the blue stripe. Miss me with all of them flags. I be wanting to get out the car and light a match to them. I be wanting to get out the car and snatch shit down for real. But just because I'm sane, and I know those same people will come out their door with their guns, because you know they got them. You know they have them. I'm not going to lose my life behind it. So I'll let y'all cook. But I probably would have done the same thing. Knocked it over with my shoulder. Oh, my bad, sir. Your Trump sign fell down. My bad. She's like, I was cleaning up back there and your Trump sign. Here you go, sir. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay. Anyway, they do the gem mining. It's cute or whatever. They find a few gems. A couple of them was like, are these rocks? So is this rocks? It's gems and crystals and whatever. Just do the little activity that y'all was begging to go to. At the activity, Drew and Fatum, they at it again. I don't know what to do about them. I just don't know what to do about them. So, of course, you know, they leave. And everybody sleep on the way back to the room. I mean, back to the house. And when they get there, Marlo is just like in her room. And she, now she's like in a mood. She's in a mood now. She's just in her closet, pouting, looking like she's packing clothes or whatever. And Sheree goes to talk to her, and she just says, I don't know, Sheree. I feel like I wanted everybody to come, and I just don't have their support. I don't know. So she want to have a family meeting in the living room. So Sheree go gather everybody up so they can have a little family meeting in 5 minutes. She sits everybody down, and she basically tells them that she came for a recharge and she hasn't been able to recharge. And she says she feels worse than, you know, when she got there. Now she got the trembling voice because she's about to cry. And Fatum just chimes in and apologizes to Marlo for her part and for, you know, going at it with this girl over here. And then, of course, Drew is like, that girl, like, I'm sitting right here. And now they going back and forth. Drew proceeds to pull out a bone that she had brought with her because she done bought a bag of bones. She's brought props because she's setting up the tone. You know, she's setting it up for a moment. She said, when I drop this bone down on the floor, I don't know who it's going to be directed at, but when I drop the bone and say, hey, chew on that, I'm going to kill him with that. Nope. Once again, you didn't land. Once again, it just didn't land. It just did not land. But anyway, Marlo, you know, after that is just like, you know, guys, I've called cars for you guys, and I just would like it if everybody would just leave. Everybody looking like, what? Mayetta sit up like, wait a minute. So you kicking us out? Like it ain't nothing we can do. We can't talk about it. Like I feel like it's gone okay. No. That lady say, nobody has made me feel better. You guys have made me feel worse. You need to just leave. And so everybody like, bitch. Kenya's like, bye, girl. See you later. Okay. She started packing up her stuff, and she gonna just get on up out of there. Because, listen, you ain't got to tell her but once. She ain't begging to be around there no way. That's a mess. So she don't really put everybody out. Everybody go to their room and start packing it all up to just going on home. It is what it is. And Marlo will continue on the trip. She'll stay and finish out, you know, the trip. With the accommodations and all of that, all by her lonesome and her crew. The makeup lady in her room looking like, well, she venting to her. Yeah, I don't know about the ladies. I just had to let them go. I mean, you know, it's just, I need people that are going to support me. The end. The fucking end. I don't know why we got this episode. This one should have been left on the cutting room floor. And instead, they gave it to us like it was gonna be fulfilling, like it was gonna be a good episode that we would enjoy. We sitting in the parking lot for 2 hours. That's a waste of my time. A waste of my time. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.